So this is with the crappy early gear that I'm still using. Teething. See how it looks.
Duel for my Atlas.
Foolish maven, come to feed me, champion. Cull. Trample. Hunger.
I believe if you go 3, 2, 1, and then
Feast.
it'll come up.
Crush. Melt. Maverick. Hunger. Feast. Hunger without end. I'll be denied. Crush. Mash. Hunger.
There you go. 3, 2, 1.
Feast. Slaughter. Crush. Mash.
Carnage pleases me.
Is meaningless.
I want to win this.
You can win. Actually. Consume.
Hey, where's the last one? Oh. No, 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 no. All right, there you go. There's eaters. Make this a little bit worse, but
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
The Atlas must remain mine.
Disintegration. Cleansing. The fires of themselves.
no. So this is gonna kill me because
Do not have the strength.
my buddies here are gonna kill me.
But I am not alone.
Because
How pathetic.
oh, maybe, yeah, they're gonna kill me.
Incineration. The fires of the thousand suns.
They're gonna kill me this time because I'm not gonna be able to dodge, bob and weave with these guys triggering or getting hit by the balls.
Hatchling.
It's unfortunate, but whatever.
Disintegration. Cleansing. Surprises.
Alright, let's see what it looks like.
Save her from the horror that Atlas makes of her.
You cling to life only out of ignorance. Die. Beyond, there is only horror. Reign of stars! You left me there, Sana.
I think that's fine. Alright. Time for moment of loneliness.
This is different than word. It is him. Father.
Look, Father, isn't it beautiful?
Not now, Zana.
Okay, perhaps later.
But later never came. Erase. Negligence.
Oh shit.
Patience is a mercy. I am not the end. Intolerance. Intangible pain. Madness consumes.
The one thing to note there. So one thing to note there that kind of showed bursts of damage, and then sometimes there was like little stints of where the damage looked like it wasn't really happening. That was because of the positioning of the flame golems. That's one of the things that I was mentioning in the build guide, was that if they're too close, they'll just do flame breath, and you gotta move them away. That's why I have automation on my convocation, because otherwise they just sit there and will just blow flame breath at them and do no damage. So you want to constantly move them away and reposition them. For a good portion of that fight, they kept getting on him because he would either move towards me or I would be out of position and they would just do their breath. As soon as they were far enough away, though, he was actually taking a lot of damage. So, just a good example of that.
What have you done, foolish girl? All things said remain consumed by fear. We become ourselves at a preordained moment. Rupture of the mind. We become ourselves at a preordained moment. Forgive me. I was not myself.
Wait. I must speak with you.
Nothing is secure.
Wouldn't be some shit if I got the help.
In the darkest part of your mind, there is untold power. Unbridled revelry. Hubris, unyielding, means to an end. Frozen in time and space. Her power is an illusion, made real. Unmake. The Atlas is everything we see, and everything we do not. Means to an end. Burning synapses. is an illusion made real. Humorous, unyielding. The Atlas is everything we see and everything we're not. Means to an end. Power absolute. Her power is an illusion made real. Influence and her dread shall not be erased.
Gray beard.
I've never seen anything like this. I feel death's pull. Mortal flesh is so fallible. Feel death's pull. Mortal flesh is so fallible. Feel your life drain away. Mortal flesh is so fallible. Feel your life drain away. Mortal flesh is so fallible. Feel your life drain away. Life is so brittle. I feel death's pull.
To me, exile, quickly! So that
Hooray.
the elder. What?
I guess I'll see what this prismatic jewel is first.
Find a way to
Is it any good?
We seem to have driven it from this world.
Not really.
Created for good.
Not good either. But at least the Elder's Exalted. That was a pretty good drop, though. Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a wonderful league start. I am enjoying it. I'm actually surprised. The league seems to be a bit of a, I don't know, an underwater heist, I guess. It's a little faster than heist. A lot of interesting things to find. I'm having fun. But I'm also not doing it that much because I'm still trying to get through the maps, and I guess you could say that the in-map thing is really fast and you don't really notice it. However, I am doing the build, and I wanted to go over what I have done up until now. I showed you the videos at the beginning, and if you noticed, the very first kill was on I forgot his name. The guy that pukes on you and you got to go through his sewage to come back to him. That was with everything except for the Dark Monarch. I was still using a clay shaper. Matter of fact, this build here still uses the clay shaper. I forgot to switch back here. I need to go back. The skill will actually look like this, and this will actually look like this. So I want to show you what this looks like. This is, according to POB, about what the damage kind of sort of looks like. It's about 4.2 million damage. I don't know 100% what it's supposed to say, but the only thing that's really clicked on here is minion skill recently, because it's constantly casting consecrated or convocation, and then you got shocked, exposed to fire, and unnerved. The unnerved comes from your gloves, and the other two are from your ascendancy. That's it. That's all that's clicked on in here. And then in your skills, this is the amount of minions. You have 17. And the amount of projectiles. You have 5. So 35. So it's 85 projectiles. If everything hits, that's the damage. It would be multiplied by a certain percent, I guess, to really get the correct damage. But I'm not 100% sure what that is. I just know how fast things die, and you guys got to see that at the beginning of the run here. I'll go through what the build ended up looking like. This is the POB for the early to mid game. Essentially, if you can get to this point, you can do the bulk of the game without, like, you can't do, like, obviously juiced maps, and you're not going to do Ubers or anything like that. You're far from doing that. But this is going to get you into the into red tier maps. You're going to do T16s. You're going to be able to do that kind of stuff. And you're going to do most of the bosses. It's a little squishy. Be prepared for that. And you're going to have to deal with some bosses are going to be kind of a pain. I actually ran into some problems with the Warlord because of that bubble. Your little minion guys are kind of stupid, and when they're too close, they do the flame breath. That's not good. They don't do a lot of damage when they do that. I tried turning off automation on my convocation. They still weren't doing enough damage. It doesn't really matter. The damage isn't high right now for that boss for some reason, so I'm gonna have to do him with a less mods. I think I had a high life mod on it as well, and resist. It happens, but other than that, everything else went smooth. Everything else went fine. In the setup currently, I'll clean this POB up before I make it active. This is not active. Oops. This is not active. This is active. We have our Flame Golem setup. It's a 6-link. We have Flammability, which is in our Storm brand, with Elemental Weakness and Hex Touch as well. A Convocation with Automation, with a Zealotry. This is a lot of damage, so I didn't pass it up. You could switch out Zealotry with something like Tempest Shield if you wanted more defensive, or some Vitality, whatever floats your boat. Shield Charge, faster attacks, Flame Dash, and Flesh Offering. Flesh Offering you can just throw in your rotation if you want to do that, or you just do it on bosses. There is a Desecrate in the mix. Clarity is turned off. You can actually ignore that. I'll just take that off. Then we have our Golem setup, our other Golem setup, which is just Stone, Chaos, and Lightning. Each one of them are benefiting us in some capacity. Stone is healing us or helping us regen life. Chaos is giving us some chaos resistance. And then, of course, they're getting the Culling Strike, which is a lot of damage, technically speaking, when you think about it. So that is the setup in the boots right now. Primal Aegis, of course, is a defensive. That is in our Ascendancy. Our items. Clay Shaper. Got that in Act 4. Still rocking it until now. I will show you the final setup before I ended for day 3. I have this insanely good shield. This shield is not actually what I ended up with. It ended up looking like, well, it ended up with a lot of life eventually. Oops, I forgot I had a deactivate that. So I had a lot of life on it eventually, but Dark Monarch, this is the only expensive item that once you have this, it's smooth sailing. It doubles your minions with a primordial chain on. I'm rocking 20 minions total. I used 3 supports, which you saw in the boots, and 17 flame golems. That's all you need. And I've been doing everything, no problem. Uh, a really crappy 6-link chainmail that I picked up. These gloves I got from the vendor. They rolled fair enough. They're not the greatest, but they rolled well enough that I was able to put on fire exposure. That minion damage, I continued to roll until I got unnerved. That's the modifier that you eventually want. I'll replace that on this POB to make sure that it represents that. I just need to copy it over. Pain Tread, these things are garbage. I got them from the vendor or from the gambler. They're fine for what they are. The only thing is slow movement speed. It'd be nice to have 30, but can't have everything, right? Primordial Chain, got it in the league or got it in the Act 4. Still rocking that. This ring is trash, pure trash. Still rocking it. Came from like Act 3, 4. This one, same thing. Came from an early act. Still was rocking that. Darkness and Throne, bought an 80% for like 15 chaos and been rocking that. Crafted these 2 jewels. This one rolled with some strength dex, life, the minion damage. If you use the minion skill, remember, convocation, it's automated. That counts as a minion skill. It's got the minion tag. It's constantly happening. You're always using this minion deal. These types of modifiers are always active. Unfortunately, the cold damage doesn't really affect anything. Or it's not really doing much. This one here, also a really good jewel. A lot of dexterity, some life, attack speed, or cast speed, and a bunch of fire damage. It's a really high fire damage roll. Just your typical flask, a couple life flask, a granite flask with some armor, quicksilver flask. Rumi's Concoction, didn't have it in the build. This is just a recommendation. If you can get this, it helps out a lot. If you look at our EHP, it's 36,000. With the Rumis, it brings it up to 50,000. It puts it really getting real close to a block and spell block cap once you have one of these. And then you just automate that. Unless you want to press the button, you can do that too. Couple things that I also purchased. I scooped up harmonies. These things go for about 20 to 30 chaos a piece. Nobody's really using them, so pick these up and you'll be good to go. Just keep picking them up as often as you can. A couple more ghastly eyes. These again, they're okay. Corrupted them with the new ducat or ducats, whatever they're called, the coins. Corrupted them with an extra modifier. This one gave me 50% chance to avoid being shocked, which is kind of funny. You could damn near get, ailment with this and one other thing. It's pretty insane. Got a cluster. This one's got Call of the Slaughter and Feasting Fiends. I would have rather had renewal, but I gave up crafting this. This was early, so I never went back and tried to craft it again. But try to get renewal is, I think, probably the best modifier if you can get it. Again, Primordial Bond is not good for this kind of build. Other than that, that's all the gear. This is what it looked like through all that video that you just watched. This is what the build looked like. The last thing to look at is the tree. So I came down here, pretty much picked up all of this. All of this here is your just a bunch of tankiness. Some damage. A lot of this stuff is exactly the same, except for some of the tankiness that I picked up instead. Yeah. Again, a lot of this is exactly the way I showed you guys in the POB before, only I'm level 92, so this is where all the points have gone. You can change some of this stuff, obviously, if you have the money, if you have the currency, and you want to get an anima stone. That's the next thing. That's really the next thing that I need to pick up. I need an anima stone, and I need a primordial might, just one of them, and then I need my staff. I have one. They're cheap. You can get one cheap. I think they're like half a divine now, like 60 chaos. Get one of those, and then you just switch all of these shield nodes with staff nodes, which they're here somewhere. I can't remember. Like here's one of them, and then there's one like here. There's some spell block and stuff for staves. So there you go. That's how it looks. I was able to do what you guys already saw. I'm going to show you now what the character looks like with a couple tweaks that I've done. So this is what today is going to end on. I am now fully capped with all res. I have way more fire because I now have a Cloak of Flame. Cloak of Flame did a pretty good job of bringing up my EHP, so I now have Cloak of Flame. I'm still rocking the same Primordial Chain, only I bought the golems deal less damage. I bought the lowest roll I could find, which is 25%, and it still only costs a C because nobody cares about this thing. And then I put Testudo on, which is a very cheap anoint. Gives us a bunch of attack block and some life on block and block recovery. So I went ahead and did that. This I have fire spells, or I used the new crafting bench and got 136 life on it. It's like a tier 2 roll. Yeah, it's a tier 2 roll. So now this is the way this looks. It's not the best, but and then I rolled a couple of rings. Minions deal extra damage, a bunch of chaos res. A bunch of my dexterity now is on this. It's got a tier 1 increased damage roll. Of course, crafted life. Oh well. And there you go. I got these. Gloves. There's what the gloves look like. They have a nerve on them. Same boots as before. I haven't changed them. Same belt as before. Nothing's changed there. But I did change out the clay shaper. Lost 2 golems. Gained +3 to the golem gem. Because you get +2 to the minion skill gems. +1 to fire skill gems. So it's now +3. Flame Golem is now level 25. So, yeah. That works for me. Yeah. Nice. Other than that, nothing else changed. Just those pieces of gear. And I was thinking, to finish out this video, I'll do a map for you. Oh, this is I don't want to do that. We'll do this. That's hexproof. I don't want to do hexproof. Also, for some reason, that was a tier 14. Let's do this map. There we go. Turn off the cam like I normally do, so you guys can see.
The Atlas twists all fates. Be gone from here.
Little side note here: the Strange Barrel is usually one of those crappy strong boxes everybody ignores, but it has a chance of Abinos, the dagger, which is it's worth a little bit because it's a T1 peak. Or is it tier 0 you oh no. Is it tier 1 or tier 0? I don't know. It's a high tier unique. And this thing is making me open it multiple times. Alright, I'm not... I know what I just said, but I'm not opening that up again. And there you go. That is a, there's a map for you. T16 with a little, you know, decent amount of rolls on it, you know, whatever. And, no real issues. And I leveled, look at that. 93 now. Alright, I hope everybody's having fun and doing well, and if you're doing this build, I hope this is, helpful to get you to your next step, and really the next step after this is starting to buy some of the bigger stuff and start to craft the gear towards making it toward to CI, you know, chaos inoculation, and getting that staff crafted, and it's onward and upward from here. So yeah, y'all take care. I'm out.